What's up and welcome to Cutting Up. And you saw the title of this video, so let's get straight into it of what goes into my travel bag. Now, whether you're going away for a weekend, whether this is a vacation or this is just visiting family or something like that, if I'm gonna be away from my own personal bathroom, including the stuff I can steal from Lisa, where I can get to do my hygiene and grooming techniques how I want to make sure that my road game is almost as strong as my home game. So I'm gonna show you what I put in my travel bag and give you guys some ideas of why I do it. Better yet, give you some ideas for what should go in your travel bag and share your ideas as well, because I'm always looking to improve. I'm by no means an expert, but what I know I will share with you, and hopefully you'll do the same in the comment section. So first things first is just picking the style of the travel bag. Personally, I like this style of bag. I'm gonna show you why I go with this style. What it allows me to do is get into a suitcase, because I always put this, with all the travel restrictions as far as flying, I don't bother getting into what ounce of how much liquid they'll allow in your travel bag if it's a carry-on. So I just put this in suitcase. So what I'll do is I get this style bag here that comes with a hook and it folds out. Reason being is, as you can see, I can hang it on the back of a door. I can get it on a towel rack. Depending on the towel rack, it still works on the side of a sink, but this allows me to see everything in the bag and has little compartments in it. Now there's the other styles that you're going to be used to, more similar to this. And this is great. I'm not knocking these. You'll see a lot of professional athletes like to hug these and carry them. This is just not as many compartments. I guess you could hang this up, but to each his own. I'm just going to tell you what I do. Now, the next thing is kind of me cheating. The first thing that I make sure that I have in my bag is extra space. If I'm traveling with Lisa and she has too many things in her bag, I want to be able to have a little bit of space that she can have an extra space here. Or if there's anything that I decide, hey, I'm gonna need this on this trip, I have that versatile space. So that little extra space just comes in keen. You never want the bag to be so packed that you have no extra space, and also that things are spilling out of the bag. So the next thing that always goes into my bag is dry Ziploc bags. You never quite know what you're going to run into. If I have to wash out something and I need to tuck it away, or there is something like one of these bottles break open and it's spilling, I have an extra bag that can replace this bag, what I call my wet bag or my spill bag. Now usually this is where I'll put my soaps, conditioners. This is astringent that I have in here, maybe like a travel size shampoo, shave cream, anything that can open out and spill and possibly get onto other things in the bag. If it's more likely to break open, I put it in this compartment up here. The next thing is not totally necessary for everybody, but it is for me, a charger for my electric razor. Another thing that might go in the extra space is my electric razor, depending on. Usually I do travel with that, and rather than carrying everything from home, I keep buying Philips Norelco razors, and I like the fact that they keep using the same plug. So I have a couple of these, and this one stays permanently in the bag. That way I don't have to worry about forgetting it. Now, as well as having the electric, I carry a regular razor that will be usually in a travel container like this, and a toothbrush in a toothbrush container like this. This is just a nice way to travel with it. Keeps it out of the reach of anything that could splash on it, or just sitting out in a bathroom in case I'm using a more communal bathroom. Same goes for the razor. It just keeps the razor clean. Since we're already in this area, I'll just go over what goes into the dry area. Bottles that I'm more confident won't have any issue with spilling. Usually I wouldn't have this in there. This is a beard oil. This is from Shea Moisture. You're gonna see a running theme on this channel. I use a lot of Shea Moisture stuff. None of that is sponsored at this time. That is a glowing review of the products. I really do swear by them, and so I have that. One thing that I don't have in here, just because I don't have a spare, so I do have to remember to pack this, is a straight edge. Now I make the distinction of saying a straight edge and not like just a comb. It usually was a comb. If I was to travel and say, yo, you know what, the line guide's a little smaller, it's easier to use, I would just carry that, and that's why I say a straight edge. And that makes me clean up where I am. Up there I can, get my beard right and get my line up kind of sharp, and I'm not going there with a lot of different things. Now, I mean, if I'm being a bit extra, I would also take maybe my shears or my trimmer or something like that. Even though in international travel you might have to worry about voltage and a converter and all of that depending on where you're going. But what I like about that is, unlike the electric stuff that has a button that can accidentally be pressed, if it's not plugged in, you never have to worry about that. So I actually like that for travel more than the stuff that is wireless or, you know, like runs on a battery, because this is very easy to accidentally press and then you find this thing going off for hours in your suitcase. Next thing that I make sure that I always have is, if I need one, is I try to have two. Obviously space, it has to be reasonable for space, but what I mean by that is, I don't know, most of my travel, especially coming from Jamaica, I will be going to a lot of Caribbean and tropic places, and that means bugs. I have two different types of bug spray. This one, I don't know if they still make this. I've had this for quite some time now. It's made by Repel. It smells great. We went to Jamaica with this and we kept spraying it on and people kept saying, "What's that smell?" or "What are you wearing? It smells so good." And I was using, in addition to this, like a body spray, and I kept thinking people are complimenting my body spray that I'd gotten. And I was like, man, people really like this thing. This was what they was talking about. This works excellent, has a nice smell to it. This one is DEET free. That's why I also carry a DEET spray. It doesn't smell good, but it's effective. So I have one of each. I carry both. So that's why I said if I need one, I carry two. Now I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. Remember, like if you like, but if you really want to show some love, hit that sub and ring that bell as well. And let's continue in the video into the next item that I always keep in the bag. Keeping the theme going with, if I need one, I carry two. It's sunscreen. So what I do is I have the spray on and I have the stuff that you can apply. Obviously this is a travel size one, this won't last forever. And then this glass bottle is a refillable. I'll just fill this instead of buying travel size ones. And I make that distinction because I'm going to get into the one thing I think should never put in your bags, and I violated it a couple times here. That would be travel size toiletries. The reason why is, for the size, you're paying the worst of prices to get that bottle. Now the compromise is, if it comes in a reusable bottle, I will buy it to get the bottle. Of course you can just buy travel bottles and then just fill them like I have with Listerine. But if it is something that you already use, you can buy it one time and refill it. But other than that, travel size stuff, even the toothpaste, to be honest, I'd rather carry a full size toothpaste than buy that little one and be, you know, stuck with the limited selection that they have in travel size and the pricing. So those are some things that go into my bag and some things that I try to never put into my bag. Now one thing I will cover that used to go into my bag that I have just recently decided to remove is this. Some people call this a loofah sponge. It's not a loofah. Lather builder, whatever thing you want to call this. Now the reason why I don't carry this is, I will carry maybe like a bathing rag or something like that, because I do believe in bathing with exfoliants. Think about anything that you clean, whether it's a dish, whether it's your car, whatever it is that you clean, you usually have something to be able to scrub and get that layer of dirt off. Regardless, this is travel friendly in size, right? And then it obviously can hang this up. In most areas there's a shower, there's gonna be something you can hang this off of. The reason why I recently removed this is, what I find with these things, and I see a lot of research on them too, is that they grow mold if they don't properly dry it. And how do you dry this? This can't be wrung out very well. And then worse, mine is black, all right? They're trying to market it not only in the Axe colors but to men. Well, the thing is, if this starts to grow mold on it, I can't see it because it's black. So I have no idea. I can try to thoroughly look at this, but because of the color that they went in, I can't tell if this is growing mold on it, if it's dirty, and then I'm defeating the purpose. I'm bathing with something that possibly is moldy. So this I've removed from my travel bag. I'm looking forward to your comments below. Let me know what you guys put in your bag. What do you do differently from me? What have you gained from this video? Until I find an exit catchphrase, be blessed and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.